Hello everyone, my name is Joseph McCarrick and I'm a junior marketing major here at Temple University. I'm studying in Rome for the spring 2022 semester. As a member of the Culture and Identity program, I will explore aspects of my identity in an Italian and Roman context. In my short time abroad in Rome, I still find myself stumbling on new things: monuments, statues, piazzas, and a multitude of other sites. Rome has been described as an open-air museum and has definitely lived up to the name. Now for me, a lower middle-class kid from a suburb outside of Philadelphia, going away meant a brief trip to the Jersey Shore. Never did it really imply going out of the country. My family and I could simply not afford it. So if a vacation out of the country was something out of my wheelhouse, then studying abroad was even more out of the question. Or at least that's what I thought. Growing up in a single-parent household, budgeting was always something I had to prioritize. If you struggle financially, I'm sure you can empathize with this. I did not arrive in Rome with a surplus of money. It's one thing to budget in the United States where I'm familiar with. I know places that sell cheap groceries and could go to Temple's food pantry if need be. In Rome, I don't know exactly where to find these resources, especially upon arrival. Upon arrival in Italy, fresh off the plane, I was greeted by a man who claimed to be a cab driver. I'm not familiar and had no preliminary idea as to what a Roman cab looked like. Fun fact, it's not a black Mercedes SUV. I got into the cab and was driven 20 minutes from the airport to my apartment. The trip should have been around €40. It wasn't. It was €165. I had no choice but to pay the cab driver. But here I am now with €165 deducted from my bank account. To some, that might be an expense that comes with international travel, but for me it was a very big blow. I'm not local, and had no basis on how to identify a trap like I would be if I was traveling in New York, for example. When adversity hits you so abruptly and unexpectedly, in my case losing money from arrival and dealing with things like culture shock, it's easy to entertain the thought that you made a mistake. This is what I thought at first. It was a miracle I made it to Italy, but with my strict budget, it was going to be hard to stay. The more I adjusted, however, the more ludicrous those initial thoughts became. To offset my run-in with the taxi scammer, I sought new ways to save, and I found some silver linings. My primary silver lining is food, and trust me, it is more than possible to eat like royalty even if you're balling on a budget. I found an app called Too Good To Go. It gives you leftovers or unused products from restaurants, grocery stores, and bakeries. These restaurants don't want to waste their food, and so you can get it for €5. That's it, €5, that's all the food that they were about to toss because of closing time. So many places have it all you can eat where you pay a fixed price and eat literally all that you can. Rome is inundated with sandwich shops that are about €4 each, and even dinner time is cheap at select restaurants along certain strips. I've always lived close to Temple's campus in Philadelphia. I never even had to consider getting a cab or Uber to class, even if I was late. Most of the housing here is a little ways from campus. For me, it's like 30 minutes to walk. You could take a scooter and download the Bird app, which charges you 25 cents a minute and is ultimately about €5 ride from my place to campus. Very efficient and affordable even for someone like myself. The Metro bus is also efficient. It's €1.5 and your ticket is active for an hour, which means you can switch lines without paying more. In Philadelphia, when I'm struggling, I know I can get a job or drive home to grab something to eat. In Italy, I no longer have that luxury. I'm here with the little money I have and have been able to make this work. It seems like a miracle, but with the resources here, it's actually just a little more of extra digging. I was quickly able to find a work study in the art gallery, which helped me a ton. I also got some extra hours by assisting at other events hosted by Temple Rome. Reaching out to the staff at Temple Rome is a big help. Even with preliminary budgeting experience, through them I was able to find new ways to budget and make more money while being here. My adventure abroad is far from over. Through the Envoy program, I've been able to deeply reflect on my own identity while also exploring the identities of others in a Roman Italian perspective, both of which I will continue to expand on in coming posts.